All right, what's going on? And we're back. So, right now, we are negative $1,700. We've got a bunch of fields ready to harvest, but, and this is a big but, I don't know if hired help will help if we're in the negative. So, what we're going to do is try this. Okay. That's good news. We don't have to take out a loan because I checked our bank records and we've already got a $75,000 loan. But also, in looking over all of that, supposedly there's about 20 eggs in here. I didn't ever buy any chickens, but if memory serves me correctly, eggs are worth quite a bit in this game. Oh, and that's worth even more. So, we've got Harold the hired help. Harvesting up field 12. It does need to be plowed though. So as soon as he gets done harvesting, I'm going to pull a plow out there and we'll go from there. Let's make sure that I've got all of the eggs. Eggs in coop 1, eggs in backpack are 21. So, supposedly there's another egg over here somewhere that I missed. I do not know for the life of me why they can't just put them all in there. So, where do I sell these at? I cannot remember. There's a few places around town that'll take them. I just can't remember where they are. I think that the bakery will take them. And I think there's another. I think right up here will take them. What we'll do is we'll run down here to Mary's farm, because if I'm not mistaken, there's a place that takes eggs down there. So, we'll try to do that as quick as possible because we are completely out of money and we need money. So probably the first, well, see, told you I can't drive. So probably the first order of business is just, daggone it, I cannot drive today. But anyway, the first order of business is just that, business. Got to figure out how to get money. you know, there's always the option of working for another farmer. Particularly want to have to do that, but I'd rather do that than having to take out another loan that I can't afford. Okay, I don't see anything about an egg over here. Yeah, I don't see anything about an egg. So we'll just go down through here. I mean, we can always sell another tree. And, you know, go that route. Go back out here where I know that, or at least I know where I'm going. So what we'll do is we'll just end up, one, you know, going on the wrong side of the road. Get back over here. But we've got to get up enough money to get us a, let's go down here because there's a sell point down here and I don't know what they buy. They may buy egg. Okay, so this is the bakery. I think. Yeah, so this is the bakery. Let's get out where I can see what I'm doing. I can't. Ooh, there's a place that buys eggs. And there. Thought that was a gold nugget. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a welding mask. So, oh well, that only give us $200. And I really do not want to have to take out a loan. Sorry about that. Let's get back on my side of the road. We'll go up through here and we'll see, you know, see what we can. So, I mean, at this point, I just want to get back over into a positive number. It's a relatively small field. But I noticed that there's another relatively small field over here as well. Right up here. Right here. Oh, and this is gonna be... Okay, yeah, so we'll go on and do this. I mean, this will bring in about $15,000. I really didn't want to have to do this, but yeah, we'll try to get this done as quick as we possibly can because remember, we've got a harvester as well as well, no, we've just got a harvester. We've got a harvester going, and we really need to get this done as quick as we possibly can. Cruise control. Can't really see what's going on up there. So what we'll do is we'll just come in here just like this, and we'll just hit the corners when we get finished. It's probably not going to be my best idea, but if it works, it works. Of course, we're almost halfway through with this particular field. We're almost halfway full, and there's no there's nowhere to dump this stuff. Unless I'm just supposed to sell it, which I don't think that I can. Yeah, there's not a trailer or anything out here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this after we harvest it. I don't know. It's like a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know. And no, Tootsie Pop does not sponsor these videos. They just got a catchy slogan. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with, because I mean, we're coming up on, you know, a very full harvester. And we're not even a quarter of the way down with the field. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I know I'm making a mess out of this field. I guess this is what I get for not reading the description. I don't know. Still can't figure it out. I can't remember what the description said. I missed my turn. Okay, so the harvester makes us run slower than the defoliator. Interesting. Either way, we're almost full and nowhere near where we need as far as mission progress. Come up this way. I don't know. Maybe something will tell me what I'm supposed to do. Still trying to rack my brain. I mean, now that we've come over into the middle of the field a little bit, it's like the stuff isn't quite adding up as well as it did from the beginning, so. At least that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, and you can see the harvester back there bouncing around. That's part of that mod from the last episode that I was telling you that I installed. You know, it makes things bounce around a little bit, makes it a little bit more realistic. You know, if you're plowing or something like that, it makes it harder to hold the plow into a straight line. And it just looks better, I think. It's times like this I wished I had course play. I mean, I do have it, I just don't have it installed on this particular save. Haven't even played with it yet. You know, course play was something that I used very extensively in 15. And you know, it's something that I've been asking for a lot with 17. You know, the only reason I'm sitting here doing this is because we need that money. Man, $15,000, that's quite a pretty decent chunk of change. It's a chunk of change that we do need. me it gets a little monotonous going back and forth, but and I think that is what happened. The game just decided that instead of having us dump something, because I mean it's slowed down a lot, but instead of us having to dump something over into a tipper, it's slowing down the fill-up process. Because, I mean, you know, if it hadn't, we'd have already had to dump probably twice so far. Sure are using a lot of fuel though. I get the feeling this is going to be quite a long video. I mean, we're probably looking at, I don't know, maybe an hour on this particular one. Now, we've already been going for 20 minutes. If I wasn't so already invested in getting this field done, I would have already left it by now. I'd have just said forget it and we'll go and cut down trees. It's a lot less time consuming. But this $15,000 will give us another few days worth of work before we have to do this again. Yeah, and I do apologize if y'all hear me vaping in the background. I'm just trying to pass the time as I go back and forth. This is the exact reason why I use a lot of hired help. But in this particular case, we are the hired help, so I don't really guess it matters a whole lot. But either way, as far as whether or not you like this particular style of video, do you want to see me do more work like this, or building up our own farm, or what would you like to see? You know, just leave me something in the comments. Let me know what you think. These videos, don't record them the day of. I just schedule them to be recorded, or schedule them to be uploaded. So, you know, it could be 2 or 3 days in advance, you know, when I actually record these videos. So, you know, that, like I said, you know, I try to check the comments as often as I can. Got another comment on one of my videos about the, it was on the Skyrim Saturday. And I don't remember running past it, but someone pointed out that I had run past a execution. You know, again, I don't remember it, but, you know, paying a whole lot of attention either. But either way, I do check the comments, and just because I haven't replied as of yet doesn't mean I haven't seen it. So, also, I do know that Skyrim is kind of an older game, but I mean, it's still good. I mean, Bethesda seems to think so. They keep re-releasing it for like the last, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years. But, sorry, I had to yawn there for a minute. But yeah, you know, just let me know what you think about what I'm doing, because I'm just doing this in my free time right now. You know, in between photography and anything else that I have going on in my life. But, you know, just let me know what you think I should do and what you want to see, because without the viewer, then there's really no point in doing this, other than for me to just talk and listen to my own head rattle. But, you know, like I said, just leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see next. And the next farm sim comes out, that's definitely something that I want to get. I don't know what the system requirements are on it yet, and if anybody knows, you know, just post a link down in the comments section or something like that. And if my computer will push it, then I'll get it. I'll get it on PC, but if not, I'll have to get it for Xbox. So, you know, either way. But speaking of Xbox, there's one thing that kind of I do not like at all, and that's the fact that, you know, the Xbox, for me to stream, I have to get a capture card. I don't particularly want to do that, because that's one thing that I do think that Sony has over Microsoft, is the fact that you can stream straight to YouTube from the system. You know, I don't know whether or not Microsoft just didn't pay for the rights to use YouTube, or what, but I do think that Microsoft should have went and done the whole YouTube thing. Because, I mean, Mixer's okay. I don't like it. I prefer YouTube as far as a streaming service. But, you know, what do I know? I just play it, right? You know, the Xbox One has been out for a lot of years now. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. But, you know, the Xbox has been out for a number of years. And, you know, we still don't have any streaming to YouTube other than a capture card. And that's not something that I enjoy. Capture cards are stupid expensive. And I would much rather record it on my device and upload it to YouTube that way than rather to have, you know, the video be uploaded at 2 minutes at a time, Xbox Live, and then downloading it to my computer from there and then stitching it together. That would make for a very complicated procedure, especially if you're playing something like Battlefield. You know, I don't have time to sit there and babysit my Xbox and play Battlefield at the same time. And the only way around that is, like I said, with a capture card. Okay. So we've got 15,000 reward, and then we've got a 4,000 time bonus. So that put us up to 75 or 17,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down here. Thing straight. And we're going to go check on our harvester, which I know is full. It's either full or he's already completed the task. Yeah, he's full. I'll just leave that running. So, the entire time that we've been sitting there walking around and doing that, or not walking around, but riding around, this guy over here has been sitting here for no apparent reason. So, this is what we will do. Move our truck here. Just park it back here for the time being. We'll go on and get our plow. Because everything does need plowed. So we'll go on and go over here and start the plowing process. Alright, how fast are you going to pull this? 9 miles an hour. The harvester does 6. So we're going to knock you down to the harvester's speed. We'll do a little bit over the harvester's speed. just because the harvester also processes at a wider rate, like the head is a little bit wider. So what we may end up having to do is split this into two videos. That's what we might actually have to do. Just because that other thing had a little bit of a setback. Well, we had to get that extra money. Okay. Yeah, so this is for course play. But yeah, we're coming up on 38 minutes on this video, so we're probably gonna end up splitting this into two videos. Now right here is a great indication of the real terrain, or whatever it's called. You know, the tractor's bouncing around, the trailer's bouncing around, the harvester is, you know, doing the same thing. So I'll go back up here and wait on him to come back. And you know, that way if we keep emptying it while he's headed east, you know, we don't have to worry about, you know, running over our crops and all that. And if we do it at every swipe, then it never gets full. And you can process a lot of land that way, or that's the hope. Also, you hear me vaping in the background. For those of you that are over 18, go and check out some of my videos on vaping. Restricted though. But either way, if you're into vaping, check out those videos as well. If that's what you're into, it's like right now I've got the Hot Sig. I think this is the... Well, I've got the box to it right here. Yeah, it's the Hot Sig R233. No frills. Just unregulated with a potentiometer, dual 18650. And I'm using the recoil Rebel on top of it. Okay, so we will go back up here and offload. Set our cruise control, and then we just got to keep it at the right distance. We can also cover it too, but it stops the flow. But either way, you know, some things that are going to be happening with my channel. I'm going to be doing simulator videos like this one every Sunday. I'm going to try to do Skyrim Saturdays. I'm wanting to do Fountain Pen Fridays because I'm also into fountain pens as well. Some of you may be, some of you may not be. But, you know, either way, it's something to check out. You may get into fountain pens, I don't know. And like I said, it's something that I'm into. If you are, great. If not, then, you know, if you just want to do the whole gaming thing, you know, that's fine too. I'm trying to have a variety on my channel, you know, something for everybody. But, you know, also, while we're sitting here waiting on that guy, let's look at tippers. Okay, so that's $25,000 for that one. That's usually my next go-to after this. Of course, I don't know. That one there ain't too bad. I mean, that one's 21,000 liters. And then, you know, eventually we'll get up here to these. But when we get up to that level, that's probably going to be we're probably going to have to bring in Courseplay or something like that. Because, I mean, you're talking moving a lot of grain, a lot of product. I don't do a whole lot of beet harvesting or potato harvesting, either one. Just because it fills up so quickly. And, I mean, you've got to be right there on top of it. And I really have nowhere to store it. I haven't figured out where FarmSim wants you to store your root crops. Oh, I also forgot. Well, I mean, we'll look at it after we finish this line here. Because we're going to have to go and dump this shortly. I'm also going to go and speed up the plow because we're starting to get really far ahead. And you know, I really want to, I really want to get this done as quick as possible because I mean, we're at 45 minutes. We've just come up on 45 minutes. And I really want to keep these videos at about 30 minutes apiece. I mean, that hasn't happened yet. I think the last farm, like 35 minutes. So, I mean, it kind of has, but no. Because I mean, you know, 30 minutes is a lot to devote to a YouTube video. But, you know, either way. So what we will probably end up doing is, after we get this particular set of field, well, I don't know, we might just continue on, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm a very indecisive person. And I do know that I'm gonna have to bring another mod for the fuel, because there's no way that I'm gonna pay, you know, 17, 18,000 for a fuel trailer, especially if there's a mod for 5,000. You know, that's one thing that I do gotta give it to Giants about. You know, the modding community for this particular game, I mean, you know, Giants is starting to figure out that, you know, the mods are going to be in their game whether they like it or not. So they just went on and incorporated it into the game itself. You know, there's no more running around trying to find mods from different websites. Or at least I don't. Let him get a little bit ahead. I'll just tab through to this guy, stop him. I didn't even have to stop him. I could have adjusted this while I was running. I gotta check my fuel levels on everything. Got this guy here. How do I change the seed? Why? So we're probably going to go back to wheat. We'll go on and bring over the cultivator. I mean, we're going to need it anyway, right? So, got 195 liters of fuel in here. When the plow gets about halfway, I'll start the cultivator. Try not to take out that street sign. So yeah, when the plow tractor gets about halfway, that's when I'll start the cultivator. And we'll just go from there. Trying to wait for, because I missed my opportunity to get the combine emptied out on that last swipe, so we'll wait for it to come back up. I just hope before he does. So we're just going to sit here and wait just a little bit. It's about halfway up the field now, so. Another thing that we can do after we earn up a little bit more money is we're gonna work on getting that particular combine out of here as quick as possible, because I mean it's costing us a lot of money. I think that thing's costing us like $1,000. every maintenance cycle. So, you know, I want to upgrade our harvester as quick as I possibly can. And, you know, not only that, it'll actually help us out a little bit too, because if we get a bigger harvester that doesn't move any faster, but they come with wider heads. So it'll speed up this quite a bit. And you know, we got to upgrade all the rest of our equipment at the same time to be able to keep up with the harvester. That way we're not sitting here watching a plow and a cultivator going across the ground for an hour and a half, because at that point, you know, we'll have more than just one field to do, or more than just these three. You know, we're kind of let off a little easy right now. And also I'm contemplating on getting a loading wagon, especially for this upcoming wheat harvest, because I mean, you know, it's a lot of money that's just going to be scattered around. That, you know, we can be selling or selling. As we're doing or waiting on him to come back up, let's go find loading wagons. I lose these things every time. Okay, so cheapest one we can get is 31,000. I mean, it'll pay for itself in about 10 harvests. So also the bales, nets, and the foils, that is actually, you know, when we get to the point where we can start doing a whole lot of bales and stuff like that, you know, fields 12, 14, and 15, I don't know where 13 is. Anyway, 12, 14, and 15 will pretty much become our home base. And there's a baler, it's a stationary baler. You just bring in a bunch of straw with a loading wagon, and you just babysit it and all of that. So, but when we get to that point, we're probably going to go online. You know, we're going to use other people to do that, because I mean it's a lot of work running it by one person. I think it'll spit out a bale in about 20 seconds. So if you've got one person running the baler, one person bringing straw to the baler, you're going to have about 2 people with bale trailers, or at least one person on a tractor with a bale fork, and then another person, you know, driving the trailer. And I'd rather do the thing with the bale. It's a lot easier to fit an actual bale trailer into the straw barn than it is to fit an automatic bale trailer into the straw barn. Okay, so we should be almost done with this particular field. I hope. I mean, it's... Yeah, see, every field we own has to be plowed. Every single one of them. But we're actually going to get quite a bit of yield out of this harvest that's, here. Alright, so this guy here has got one more swipe left to go. And then we will probably end the video there after this guy gets done. Cannot back up on these trailers. Quick enough on the draw. But either way, we've got 2 or 3 good trailers off of this one field. And we're almost done with it. Of course, I say that, but I still got plowing and cultivating and sowing, and then we got to bring in the fertilizer spreader. So we will dump this. And then we'll go on and move this tractor over to the next field, field 14. So that way this will be done. We're just gonna cut through there. Turn the lights off. Yeah, so he's about halfway done there. Turn this big thing around. We'll drive it up here to the other side. We'll get everything ready Takes a long time to move a harvester. That's why when we get bigger fields, I think I'm just going to seed these in grass and use them for parking lots. We're sitting in the middle of the road, but it's our road, so we can do that. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna start him just yet, but that is where we're gonna stop this particular episode. Go on and save it now while he's still up in the field. But either way, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. As always, leave me a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Have a good one.